What is up, you guys? I wanted to come to you guys with my NXT review tonight. So let's get right in to NXT to talk about what happened tonight on NXT. So let's get right into it. To start off the show, we had a segment with the Undisputed Era. Undisputed Era comes out. They call out Dexter Lumis. Adam Cole talks about how he beat Velveteen Dream in the Backlash Brawl at NXT Takeover in your house this week on Sunday night's pay-per-view at NXT Takeover in your house. Adam Cole said there is no one left for him to face in NXT. And then Adam Cole talked about how he's going to destroy Dexter Lumis tonight on NXT when him and Dexter Lumis have their one-on-one match. So Adam Cole said, you know what, I'm the best champion there is in NXT. I'm the longest reigning NXT champion. And Velveteen Dream says, you know what, I beat Velveteen Dream at NXT Takeover in your house. And then tonight I'm gonna beat Dexter Lumis tonight in our one-on-one match. So we had a very cool start with Undisputed Era kicking off NXT tonight. So very, very cool segment by the Undisputed Era to kick off NXT tonight. So very, very awesome segment to kick off NXT tonight with the Undisputed Era and Adam Cole and Roderick Strong and Bobby Fish. So really awesome segment to kick off NXT tonight with the Undisputed Era. And then we get a backstage segment with Keith Lee, Mia Yim, and the Undisputed Era. This was pretty cool. We had a backstage segment with Mia Yim and Keith Lee and the Undisputed Era. That was pretty cool. That was kind of cool to see Keith Lee kind of having his eye on the NXT Championship of Adam Cole. So that's pretty cool as well. I like seeing that. They kind of teased that Keith Lee was gonna have his eye on Adam Cole's NXT Championship, so that is pretty cool. I'm glad we got that teased tonight, so that is pretty cool. So NXT teased with Keith Lee tonight that he will have his eye on the NXT Championship, so that is pretty cool. And then we had Keith Lee and Mia Yim versus Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae. And Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae ended up picking up the win over Keith Lee and the HBIC Mia Yim tonight in a mixed tag team match. This was a okay mixed tag team match with Keith Lee and Mia Yim versus Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae tonight on NXT. This was an alright match. There wasn't much to it. It didn't really seem, it kind of seemed really quick. So it seemed like a really quick match. There wasn't really much to the match tonight in their mixed tag team match. And Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae ended up picking up the win over Keith Lee and Mia Yim tonight on NXT in the mixed tag team match. This match seemed like it didn't really last all that long, which I thought it could have been a kind of a longer match than what it was. But this match was kind of a little bit short. And Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae ended up picking up the win over Keith Lee and Mia Yim tonight in a mixed tag team match. And then we had a backstage segment with Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes ends up getting attacked by Damian Priest. So there you go. Damian Priest talked about how Cameron Grimes was talking about how Damian Priest lost to Finn Balor at NXT Takeover in your house, and then Cameron Grimes starts bragging about how he beat Finn Balor on NXT just a couple of nights before that. And then Damian Priest comes in and he takes out Cameron Grimes. So we had so Damian Priest comes in and he attacks Cameron Grimes during his interview tonight on NXT. And then we had a segment with Phantasma, the new Cruiserweight Champion. And then he was talking in his native language, which I can't speak in. But we had Phantasma talking in his native language, which was pretty cool. and he talks about how he won the NXT Cruiserweight Championship last week on NXT, and how he's proud that he is the new NXT Cruiserweight Champion. And then out comes Drake Maverick. Drake Maverick comes out, and Drake Maverick says, "You know what, Phantasma? I know now I can beat you for the Cruiserweight Championship." So Drake Maverick comes out and he challenges Drake. Drake Maverick comes out and challenges Phantasma for the NXT Championship, and then Phantasma and his new stable takes out Drake Maverick. So Phantasma takes off his mask, and the other two take off their mask, and they ended up taking out Drake Maverick. So it looks like Phantasma is gonna have a new stable, which is really cool. They're gonna add a new stable with Phantasma, which is really awesome. So that's really cool. I really like that Phantasma is gonna have a stable with him. That's gonna be really cool. And then we had we had another backstage segment with the Undisputed Era. They were talking about how they were all freaked out over Dexter Lumis, and Adam Cole said, "You know what, guys, cool it. I don't want you guys being like this. So just cool it. Don't lose your cool over Dexter Lumis." So and then Adam Cole says, "You know what, guys, I'm going to take care of Dexter Lumis tonight in our one-on-one match." So we had another backstage segment with Undisputed Era, and then we had a backstage segment with Timothy Thatcher. I just don't care. I'm not a Timothy Thatcher fan. I just don't really I don't really care. And then we had Casey Catanzaro versus Dakota Kai. This match was over pretty quick. Dakota Kai picked up the win over Casey Catanzaro tonight on NXT, and their one-on-one match that was pretty short. Dakota Kai pretty much destroyed Casey Catanzaro tonight on NXT, burying Casey Catanzaro even more. Casey Catanzaro is buried, so there you go. And then we get a backstage segment with Rhea Ripley and Robert Stone. Rhea Ripley is completely buried at this point. I don't have any interest in Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley is completely buried at this point, so there you go. And then we had a backstage segment with Tommaso Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa is seen getting into his car and leaving the NXT arena. So we kind of had a little NXT segment with Tommaso Ciampa tonight on NXT. And then we had Indus Sher versus two jobbers. Indus Sher ends up taking out two jobbers. I don't really care. We had two jobbers versus Indus Sher tonight on NXT, and Indus Sher ended up taking out the two jobbers. And then in the main event of NXT tonight, we had Adam Cole versus Dexter Lumis. This was a pretty alright match. I thought it was pretty decent for what it was. It was a decent match between Dexter Lumis and Adam Cole in the main event of NXT tonight. It was okay. It was an alright match for what it was. It was an alright match. I didn't really get into it that much, but it was alright. I thought it was pretty decent for what it was. These two men don't really have a connection in the ring. This match was alright for a main event, and Adam Cole ends up picking up the win over Dexter Lumis tonight in the main event of NXT. And right when NXT is about to go off the air, we had a face-to-face confrontation between Scarlett and Adam Cole. After Adam Cole wins his match with Dexter Lumis, out comes Scarlett Bordeaux. She comes out and she puts a she comes out, put a time thing in the ring, a thing thing that keeps the sand, a sandkeeper timer kind of thing. She comes out and puts that in the ring, and Adam Cole kind of stares down the timer and Scarlett. So it looks like Scarlett. It looks like Adam Cole's. It looks like Karrion Kross is going to be feuding with Adam Cole for the NXT Championship. So that's going to be pretty cool. I can't wait to see that feud with Adam Cole and Karrion Kross for the NXT Championship. I think that is going to be a really awesome feud. I'm really hyped for that feud between Adam Cole and Karrion Kross. I'm really hyped about this feud for the NXT Championship. I think Karrion Kross versus Adam Cole for the NXT Championship is going to be a really awesome feud. So I can't wait to see that feud with Karrion Kross versus Adam Cole for the NXT Championship. That looks like the way the NXT is going right now. They're going to be pushing Karrion Kross to feud with Adam Cole for the NXT Championship. So it looks like Adam Cole and Karrion Kross are going to be feuding on NXT for the NXT Championship, which is really awesome. I can't wait for that. So I'm gonna give NXT I'm gonna give it a 2. It was a 2 out of 10 from me. It wasn't the greatest NXT I've seen. It wasn't the best NXT ever. It was an alright NXT, if you want to call it that. It was an alright NXT tonight. NXT was okay. It really didn't do anything for me. It was an alright show. The best part of the night was when NXT was about to go off the air and Adam Cole and Scarlett Bordeaux had their face down. And it looks like like I said, it looks like Adam Cole is going to be feuding with Karrion Kross on NXT for the NXT Championship. So that is pretty cool. I'm really hyped for that. So that is one thing to look forward to on NXT. And another we got a tease with Keith Lee having his eye on the NXT Championship. We got a tease from Keith Lee that he's gonna have his eye on the NXT Championship. So that is really cool. We got a teaser from Keith Lee for that he will have his eye on the NXT Championship. So that's really cool. And it looks like NXT is gonna be pushing Dakota Kai. So it looks like Dakota Kai is gonna be the next one to face Io Shirai for the NXT Championship. But it looks like that's gonna be happening as well. It looks like NXT is gonna be pushing Dakota Kai to face Io Shirai for the NXT Championship. So if you guys like this NXT review, make sure you hit that thumbs up. You guys let me know what you guys thought about NXT tonight down in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys thought about NXT. NXT was an alright show. Other than that, NXT wasn't that great. It was alright for what it was. I'm going to give NXT a 2 out of 10. Like I said, if you guys like this NXT review, hit that thumbs up. So, thank you guys for watching this NXT review. I really do appreciate it. And guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on that bell for all notifications on my YouTube channel. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on that bell for all notifications. That way you guys won't miss an upload or a live stream on my YouTube channel as well. And I want to say thank you to everybody for your continued love and support on the channel. I really do appreciate it. So thank you guys for watching this NXT review. I really do appreciate it. Much love to each and every one of you guys. You guys have a blessed night. I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm out. Peace.